Welcome, everybody. This is live time with Herb. I am trying out this new piece of software called StreamYard, and I'm able to put my little bumper music in beforehand, jump to the video here. If I want to just take a quick little break and put my little still up there if I want to, and so forth. And I'm going to put some branding up here if I wanted to as well. So it's kind of interesting to try this out. I guess I can go to that. Will that actually play? I guess we won't actually play. But it's kind of interesting to see some of the different things on this particular piece of software. There we go. Subscribe to the 70sdude.com. All right, cool. It's like right over my face. Hey now. Yeah, it's kind of good. So really, what I was really been wanting to do lately is to kind of look at a web page at the same time as I talk about it, kind of mimicking the Zoom scenarios and whatnot. So here we are, got the game stock sharing going on. Can I even make it different sizes and everything? Can I move that around? Okay, I don't know. So cool. Yeah, so I can actually move that around a little bit if I wanted to. Oh, that's cool. And they have the full screen. All right, that's actually pretty cool, actually. So yeah, this I'm actually kind of impressed with this. There's a free version of this that I guess they're going to put like a little watermark on it. And I guess the one thing bad is, like, since I'm not actually going through YouTube, I can't see the live chat, and that would have been really cool to see the live chat. I don't know. Let me just say hello. If anybody's out there would like to just type in, let me know if you even say hi, and just let me know if it actually is working, the live chat. And there's probably a little bit of delay going on. I did set it for faster reaction time. So let me know if you can see that. I'm still kind of playing around with OBS also. And I think this is a kind of everybody's kind of jumped on the bandwagon to look at all this stuff. So yeah, just for fun, let's look at the GameStop information and everything. And I think that's pretty cool. See that information there and everything. All right. So I'm just kind of experimenting around right now. So let me stop the share of that. If I want to go back to share a screen, let me see where I can find that at. All right, so okay. So there we go. So there we go. We got the finance page going on there. So that's GameStop going on. And let's see, they might type anything in. So I got to juggle like 3 windows at the same time. If anybody's out there, if you type in something just to let me know, I would appreciate that, because I'm just kind of experimenting with the software. And I know not a lot of people are up at this late. But this is the time when I usually have time to actually go through and look at stuff. So let's look at AMC. That's the other one. And if we look at the Max, forever, golly, it was up here, $30, and then the pandemic, even before the pandemic, here's the pandemic in this area here, right? And wow, $2.27. And we jumped back a year before, it's like $16, and then of course up here in 2016. Looks like it's some of the highest over here, $32 and whatnot. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to see the dips here as well. $2.30. And then kabam, over the last, month, it's just exploded. It went up to $20. Now, not as high as, we'll go to that Max again, where that was up here at $35. But let's be honest, right now, not a lot of folks are going to the movie theater. And I think we're hoping with the pandemic, I'm hoping that the pandemic is, what I'm, like for a better way of saying, burning itself out. With the Spanish flus, apparently that happened. It was like horrible. And all of a sudden it just kind of went away. And I don't know, I'm not an expert on viruses at all, just like I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just kind of looking at this stuff just for fun. But I'm hoping that the pandemic will just kind of burn itself out also. And just kind of like, okay, well, it's over now. So yay, that would be great. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for posting on there. So the problem is that I got 3 windows I'm looking at. So this would be great if I had three monitors to do this on. But yeah, that's okay. No worries on that. So anyways, it's kind of interesting to see that game stock. Another one people were talking a lot about is Nokia. Let's look at that. Now I think most of us probably had a Nokia phone at some point or another. And once again, let's look at Max. Woo, look at this. Back in the day, $58 back in 2000. And then, if you look over here, it's like $1.50, 95. So this has been around for a while now. Apparently Nokia is not making phones anymore, but it's the technologies, I guess, for, I don't know for this. I would assume some type of electronic technologies and whatnot. So there's and then kind of went up there, $39, not bad, 2007. And then, here, let's do the last 5 years. It's kind of been $6, not much. But yeah, I remember when Nokia was, that was the phone. Everybody had that phone, $2.66. And then let's do like the last month. It spiked to $6.50. And, kind of the resistance area here in the $4 range, $4.50 range or whatever. So people are saying there's got some legs on this because they're doing some innovative things and whatnot. So again, I'm not an expert on all this stuff here. Will it go up in time? I would guess a lot of these stocks probably will do better once the pandemic is over. I don't know. I would guess that. Oh, here we go. Hey, got a lot of folks there. Thank you all. Hey, thank you all so much. Yeah, I'm just testing out this live studio thing. I'm using a piece of software called Stream. What is it called? StreamYard, and it's actually pretty interesting. It's not. It's actually pretty cool. The only problem is I can't look at it in real time. If I look at the stream software, because it has its own little chat stuff going on and everything like this. But I can do this is kind of cool. Like, hey, if you haven't seen the robot film, you can go see the rise of the robots at the www.therobotfilm.com, or go subscribe to my webpage at midgleyfilm.com, or go to the 70sdude.com and sign up for that one. So I can kind of let that ticker tape just kind of go there for a while. So that's kind of cool. I thought that was kind of cool for the banners and the branding I can put up here as well and things like that. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, it's kind of cool to do these live type of broadcasts by yourself. If you at least have your co-host as the internet, it makes things a lot easier to do various things. Yeah. Thank you so much, y'all. Yeah, so many cool things. If you have a question about anything, it can be stocks, it can be music, it can be life or whatever, I'm happy to answer a question. I'm just kind of hopefully it's sound quality. I do notice there's a little bit of delay between my camera, and this is the G7 camera, so I may go back to my 80D just because I think that had like no delay time. I don't know why this is having a delay time to it, but it's not horrible, but it annoys me enough where I wouldn't be happy about seeing it. Let's see. I think those were the big stocks that we're talking about. I guess BlackBerry, right? And that was another phone. I never had a BlackBerry phone, but apparently a lot of people have. And of course, it was doing $5, $4, and then it spiked one day 25, and then kind of corrected to about 12, $13, and that seems to be where the resistance is. The 5 days here, $12 range. $13. Yeah, somewhere in that area there. So, yeah, they got some cryptocurrencies over here. Bitcoin. And I think I told this story before. I heard about that 10 years ago, 10, 12 years ago. And I thought, hey, man, Bitcoin Be kind of cool. I'm the internet legend. Be kind of cool to have some internet currency. Couldn't figure out how to buy it. And I think back then, I don't know if it was $1 coin or whatever, but let's say I would have bought $100 coins of that times $38,000. Yay. I'd be very happy. But it just wasn't easy to buy. And if I would have done some more research and realized that you could have bought the coins and put them on a USB thumb drive, I think that would have been kind of cool. Again, it wasn't. That once again shows you that one, it could have been nothing. We all know that. Ethereum was another one that people had talked about getting. If we go back to the max, man, imagine you could have bought some coins for $11, 90 cents, 70 cents back here in 2015. How far back? Yeah, I guess it only goes back to 15 here. It's like 70 cents when it came out, and $1,300. Golly, that's a big thing. And again, this time here, I can understand why people didn't get into this because it was very speculatory. And I guess didn't it only go on there? Well, I know it went there before that because there was 377. I know you could have bought it before that. Someone told me at one point they were just giving away Bitcoin if you send in like a postcard to send you like 10 Bitcoins or something like that. So maybe I can't remember if it was 10 or 20 of them because they weren't worth anything at one point. But yeah, you can see that spike there. Well, I remember when it got up to, even like $8,000 one time. I thought, man, that's insane. And I rode that curve and then kind of roller coaster down to 3,000. But I know you felt horrible if you bought at 15 and it went down to 3. But if you didn't sell and it got up to 40, basically 40, and then it kind of is doing that same thing again up here. So I don't know. The one thing about cryptocurrency is very easily the government can say, hey, you're not allowed to have it anymore. You see cheaper stocks with potential always. Yeah, Amazon is $3,000. I know for a lot of folks, they can't come up with $3,000 is more than most people earn in a month. So for them to buy one share of that, but a lot of the smaller places now let you buy fractionals, so you can buy 10% of it, or 5% of it, which would be a lot more economical for people. Maybe over a year or so, you could get a stock of that. But yeah, obviously, like it's kind of like normally like Vegas, even though maybe not a great analogy. If you think you're going to go to Vegas with $3 and make $3,000 or $30,000, it has happened, but it's most likely it doesn't happen that often. If you want to make $3,000, you need to go in there with at least $1,000 probably to be able to do that. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to see those coins and everything like that, and see where the potential is at. And again, those type of things are if something that's highly speculative. You don't put all your money into it. I would say that would be just not wise to do that, to go in there and throw all your money into something. But if you would have had, I don't know, $50, $75, I think a lot of times, price of a tank of gas is somewhere between 25 and 30 or $40. If you could come up with some gas money, basically, and bought some, Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever at the time. And that Dogecoin, I don't know. It just seems to me like there's nothing behind it because it was even kind of started off as a joke coin, but it's up to 6 cents. Man, that's shocking to me. Well, I guess it just kind of shows what can potentially happen. But yeah, golly, it's up to 6 cents. So Dogecoin, you literally could have bought $10 worth of it at, it's not even registering on here. It's like less than a cent. It's like nothing. And then here's like 1 cent. So you could buy for like, I don't know, like 1 cent. I don't even know what it was. Nothing. It's fractionals of cents. you would have put $10 in there, and boy, there's that spike there to 17 cents. I don't know. I guess that was when that meme kind of got popular, or whatever. I don't know. So that's 17 cents. And then there's a 6 cents over here also. So there's a little bit of something that's happened in the past on it. And then, oh, it jumped to 6. What? No. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not 6 cents over here. It's 0.012. All right. Okay. So now we're actually into pennies over here. So yeah, right there is not even a cent there. So forever is nothing. So if you would have put $10 in that thing, back in 2015, and I got the 6 cents for a minute and whatnot. Let's see where it's at today. Yeah, it went to 6 cents. So it looks like it's broken through its resistance of the 5 cents area a little bit. It's kind of that area for a while there. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to see all that. Let's see. Yeah, Tesla grew 10 times in 1 year. Yeah, but again, what do you know? I mean, again, if we knew the stock market in the future, you could have bought Apple for nothing, and like right when Apple was almost going out of business, like in 98, 97, something like that. You could have bought it for, I don't know, probably like $4 a share, and that's like split a bunch of times. So that $4 would have been, I don't know, 10,000. I don't know, a lot of money in there. So it's like that. And what I think about for like a lot of people. Like you go back to the 50s and 40s when most people couldn't easily get on the stock market at all. It was a lot rougher to do it back then in the 70s and 80s. And really it wasn't until the dot-com bubble that happened where like Ameritrade and things like that, where you could buy stock for $7 a share, $7 a trade. And, that was a lot way cheaper than having a stockbroker, and now all the trades are free because they just use your data and sell it to, people that can hedge funds and things like that. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting to see how that. But if you could have bought stock in the 50s or 60s, like Ford or GM or IBM, in the 70s, if you would have done some speculative things, bought some Apple stock or bought Microsoft or whatever. Back then, Xerox or whatever, been some amazing things, but you don't know everything. You just don't know. It's easy to look back now. Oh yeah, I should have bought all the Tesla I could have, and I should have bought all of this or whatever. And no, I think the better idea when you try to figure out investing money is buy stuff you're comfortable with. Think long term. Think somewhere returning between 8 and 12% over the life of whatever you're investing in. And I think the bigger issue is this, is that if you're even able to put in $15 a day, hey, how you doing? Oh, it's 3 a.m. Oh, thank you. Hi. So yeah, it's almost 2 o'clock here. I'm just trying out stuff. Yeah, if you, and think long term, buy things that you can think of that's not going to move a whole lot. One of the things I'll show you real quick, just because we're talking about this, and this is something that I've learned recently, because there's always more stuff you can learn, of course. And the last couple of weeks have been pretty amazing to learn things. So let's look at I don't know, Walmart. That's a stock that people. How's Walmart not available? All right. So let's go back to the max. So somewhere in the 70s here. So, okay. 0.65. So 6 cents a stock back in 72. So if you would have put in $10 back then, yeah. And of course, it goes down to nothing, 18 cents, I guess. in the 70s and whatnot. And now again, it would have been more money back then, but they're just because of splits and everything. But look at that growth over the last bunch of years. There's this $5, $8, and then here we are 16, and that's in the 90s. 99 there. That's the kind of where the tech bubble was going on. 70, almost $70, kind of flat lines a little bit, but then there's a lot more growth, and where we at today, pandemic, $150. So even a couple years back, it's almost doubled, basically. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to see that. So let's look at a couple of things. Well, let's go back to get out of here because don't really want to see all this fancy stuff. I want to kind of see the general stuff. Okay, so GameStop here. So the beta, negative 1.95. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty volatile. So if we type in Walmart, saw that growth over time. Beta 0.48. Someone mentioned Amazon, 4.1. AMC, normally that was pretty stable. 1.45. It's not negative. So anyways, what's another, let's say Target or something like that. 1. So these are stocks that are not going to move a whole lot. Let's say, what is it? MO. This is the one that a lot of people, because it's pays like a high interest rate, 0.62. Let's see, what is it paying? It's overvalued, and it's pays 8% on dividends. So another dividend one is right now is AT&T, and that's got a 0.673. It pays 7%. This is another one that's overvalued. Let's see, Pepsi Cola. That is a Pepsi. I don't know if that's Pepsi or not. No, I don't think that's Pepsi. Pepsi, yeah, Pepsi owns like a lot of stuff like chips and things like that. So its beta is nothing. And pays, well, it used to have a dividend. I don't know. I guess they got rid of that. What was another dividend? Texas Instruments was another one. I remember all these companies that paid dividends. They used to call these, widow or orphan stocks, that people would buy these stocks and get a dividend. So this pays 2.4%, the beta 1, so anyways, so that's kind of interesting to see all that there. So yeah, I'm actually kind of pleasantly surprised at how good this sharing this screen is and how that's working out. So I really appreciate everybody out there. Let's see, where are everybody out there? Yeah. Oh, did you just get into crypto today? Hello. Good. Thank you for coming out and listening a little bit and whatnot. And again, I'm kind of rambling on because I just kind of, again, I'm not some financial advisor or anything like that. I thought the last couple of weeks have been fascinating to follow over the game, stop. And I've always been interested in numbers and statistics and things like that. And I really, in a lot of ways, I think over time, investing in the stock market is relatively safe in the long term if you're diversified. But what I'm seeing right now is gambling. That's really what's going on right now. And like on the crypto, if you're putting in a few bucks, that you can lose all of it and be okay. then you're fine. If you're putting in money to pay your rent, and I know a pandemic's going on right now, so food money and everything else, I don't know if I don't think I would do that. I wouldn't do that. But if it's something that you can afford to lose, or you can sacrifice, like right now, if you take money that you normally would use to go out to eat or go watch a movie or go to the roller ring or whatever, stuff that's not that open right now, well, that's money you would have, I won't say lost, but you got some entertainment from that. So if you're being entertained by putting some money into cryptocurrency and it goes up, cool. If it goes down, cool. I always say this on crypto: if you can ride it out, it probably will bounce back up at some point. Now, I don't know if it's a month or 3 years or 30 years, but if you just hold on. I remember, was it Warren Buffett when in 2008 when the big the housing crisis happened? And the whole economy fell all over the world. They asked, well, how much money did you lose in the 2008 tech bubble? And he said, 0, because he didn't sell anything. You only lose money if you sell it. Now, you lost potential value. So if you sold it right then, you lost it. But if you don't need it at that point there, just, hold it out. Now, at some point, you got to ask yourself a question, will it go up? There's some things that, if it takes 30 years for something to go out, you might can put it into something else that has a little bit more legs on it. But yeah. But once again, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. And honestly, I don't even know if those financial advisors actually know any much more than what we can know today off the internet. Because some of those guys that say on there that, hey, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm thinking, you're way smarter than every financial advisor I ever talked to in my life. You seem to know it all. They talk about candles and everything like that. Yeah. Oh, you're in the Netherlands? Golly. Wow. It's 20 centimeters of snow here. Yeah, we had about 8 inches. So I can't remember what that's in centimeters here in Nacogdoches. And it almost never snows. So about a month back, we actually had some snow here. And we made some snowmen and things like that. And, threw some snowballs and stuff like that. And you know what? I always forget, snow looks so cool, we never see it. But it's just water that's cold. So if you use it, it's cold. So I can understand why it's really cold out there. Well, I appreciate it. It's really cool to have somebody from the Netherlands checking in and everything. So that's really awesome. Oh golly! So it's about the same amount. Yeah, it was a rarity for that to happen here. Yeah, here in America, we really didn't learn the metric system. I remember even in the 3rd grade, they were trying to have that push to go to liters and centimeters and whatnot like that. And I think in miles, I think in gallons for the car. I think in my weight in pounds, not in kilograms. So it's interesting. The only thing I would used to run was I run a 5K basically every day, which is about 3 miles. So that was the only thing. I think I used to say 5K just because it sounded like I ran further than 3 miles. But yeah, so, of course, we got all the fancy conversions and everything. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Well, I've been talking about 30 minutes. That's kind of how long I keep these streams going on. I appreciate it. And again, I'm just kind of rambling on right now, trying to find a cool way to be able to share content with y'all and everything like that. And I think this may be something I might actually use, this piece of software here, if I can't get OBS to work. So, well, y'all have a great day. I'll play my outro music and computed. Go subscribe to, if you haven't been a subscriber. Some people that might like this content, ask them to subscribe as well. Thank you all.